All right, so here's my cat. This is why I'm selling my games. He's still got his port in. He's going in for surgery this morning. And I mentioned that because I'm about to show you the whole game collection. It's not something I want to sell, but I've got to pay the vet bill, which is at $3,000. So I'm giving good prices on this stuff. But if you're wanting to go way cheaper and make this huge profit, don't, because I need the money. So what we got is a Nomad, Sega Nomad, working great. I've got the Game Gear. It's just got one box. And I know the lighting's not good. It'll get better in a second. These are the games. So with the Game Cubes, I've got some, it's a small collection, but some really good ones. And then you can choose or buy one separate. There's a controller for each. Got a PS3, small catalog. It does have Demon Souls. PS3, it is not backwards compatible. Get a lot of question about this. So the Super Nintendo, it's got the Game Genie. That cartridge in there says 901. It's a Chinese cart. And I don't put any value to that. That's just going with it. You got the Super Scope. And then here's the game list. I know this isn't perfect. Just we'll do the best we can. The bottom one is Battle Clash. Yeah, it's coming in better. Seventh Saga. Boxing's Legend of the Ring. Yeah, and I apologize, it's not the best. Okay. And then I've got the Sega Genesis collection. It does have Haunting, which is really rare, and the Hyperstone Heist. I'll show you the condition. The Hyperstone Heist has the manual. It's really not in the greatest condition. I'm sorry, some of these are upside down. And there's a lot to get through, so I gotta be kind of quick. Okay, and then there's that. Again, and then I've got the Virtual Boy, and it's got a pack of games in there. I can break those out if you're interested in that, show you each one. DS collection, a Game Boy with just a huge amount of games in there. It's just a huge pile. The Atari Lynx. So the Atari Lynx, there's a common issue with that. I think it's with one of the capacitors. It does sporadically work. So there is a capacitor in there that will need to be fixed, and it's been significantly discounted to reflect that. So the N64 list. So there is some crap, and then there's some really good ones. So Donkey Kong 64. All right, then here's where we get to Paper Mario, Spider-Man, Conker's Bad Fur Day with a Blockbuster sticker, Zelda, the Majora's Mask, the original Smash Brothers, Zelda, we've got Mario 64, and Mario Kart 64. There's the console. It will come with 3 controllers. So here next row, we got the TurboGrafx 16, and I just have the one cartridge because it has just about every TurboGrafx 16 game on it. Here's a PlayStation 2. I do have controllers for it. I'm still digging through all that stuff. Here's the game list. Blood Omen 2 is pretty rare. And yeah, so I'll comment when I get to the PlayStation. Here's the Xbox, original Xbox. Armed and Dangerous is really good. It's got the Knights of the Old Republic 1 and 2. All right, I'm going to come back to the PlayStation 1. Sega Saturn, it's got the controller. Here's the game list. A Dreamcast. It's got some loose games, but I'll come back to that one too. A Wii, and then it's got 2 guitars. There's a remote in each one. I'll throw in some Guitar Heroes if someone wants that. There's an Interactor if someone wants that. And then, so for the PlayStation and some of the others, I've got this thing. So there's PlayStation games in here. A couple more. Blood Omen, that's a good one. And then there's some Dreamcast games in here too. And then there's some loose stuff stuffed in there, like a lot of it in that little wedge. And, I'm not putting a lot of value to the loose stuff, but my point is they come with more than what's next to them. There's some loose Final Fantasies and stuff like that. I think Chrono Trigger's in there. Okay, so there's that. And there is some NES, some of the classics. I got all the controllers. I'm still going through everything. I got cords for everything everywhere, but I've got any of these minis. If anyone's interested, I guess I would sell that and intended to. And that's where I'm at so far.